boy and his dog.
Man.
Oh.
I have a beard. You
So,
ever see this scar right here?
yeah.
She smacked her face on something one time. Don't know what it was.
Uh-huh.
I think it made her smarter.
If you could tell stories, what would you tell?
This one time I found this really tasty afterbirth, and then I drug it into the garage.
And it was glorious until Tammy came home. Yeah, get up there. Woo! Get up there. Yeah.
See if we can bale today. It has been rained on twice now. Both times we just had a chance, like a 20 or 30% chance, and between the two rains we got 80 hundredths on it. Yeah, so, 8/10 of an inch. Sorry.
We waited 5 days of good chances of rain not to cut it, and then when that was done, then we cut it, and then we got the rain.
Fun. Flat tires.
That ain't gonna do it.
Well, we got a bad tube. It's broke way up here. Storeless station. Where's it going? Let's do it. So we got a like 30 or 40% chance of rain again tonight. Just came out of nowhere. We actually are getting these small chances of rain. They're coming through, but we got a lot of heat and humidity, so that plays a big part in it as well. We've had crops saved quite a few times by it being really hot and humid during the day, no chance of rain, and then bam, got a decent rain at night. And they usually come with some power, a lot of wind, sometimes some hail. So we have a little bit of a window to get this alfalfa raked and baled. The conditions aren't perfect, but rarely things are in farming. So we'll start raking it here. It's a little before 10. Hopefully the underside dries up and Dad's able to bale it. We do have a bit of a wind right now, and so of course it can be too windy. It starts blowing that hay around. It can be too wet, too dry. Hay's a fickle crop, I guess. It's gonna be a long day. This one keeps hitting. Oh, we got rake teeth that are bent. This one keeps plugging up and like not spinning, and then it just builds up, just scraping it. And then Dad's gonna get mad because it's gonna be a big chunk going through the baler. Dag nabbit. It is gonna be a long day. I'm not even sure if that's what's causing it. Part of the issue is we have these so wide that from the outside of that one to the outside of this one, it's a long distance. So I got the rake spread a long ways. Instead of this being more parallel with the way we're driving, it's got to scrape more. And then this got rained on twice, so it's really matted down, so it's hard to pick it up. Kind of a recipe for Cole's headache. Coming in the back here, it's not too bad. Definitely some moisture. We got a breeze and some sun. I'm gonna widen this in the back a little bit more. See how that looks. All right, I haven't had any issues since I started whining about them, so there's some positive reinforcement. Definitely not the biggest I've ever seen, but we're super happy, so blessed to have gotten the rains we did, and we're able to make this hay. do Jeff's today too? Okay, pretty much just the end rows to do. Then it'll be lunchtime for me. Dad'll be headed over here to start baling, and then we're gonna go over to Jeff's and rake his 20 acres. Jeepers creepers, we just need a whole new wheel. This is annoying. Dad's just pulling in. I'm thinking with the wind and the sun we've had, it should be dry. So it's about 1 o'clock, gonna go home, get some lunch, and then head over to Jeff's and start raking.
Hello, I am baling. Or so it seems. Gotta watch in my mirrors, because I got that accumulator on the back, and make sure the bale slides over and doesn't wedge underneath the door. Haven't had any issues yet this year in this first field. I've got 19 bales made. I'm gonna dump these two out the back when I get lined up with this row, so I'll show you that over my shoulder as we go. So I'm feeling a little country today. It's gonna be Steve Earle, Copperhead Road. It's got some pretty upbeat music to it, gets you going. I feel kind of rammy. There's a chance of storms tonight, and I want to get this alfalfa put up, and then I want to get this 70 acres done and go get Jeff's 20 acres done and to go till I get done, I think, unless it's storming. But I hope to keep going in the dark or whatever until I get it all put up, so if we get a little rain tonight, we can just sit there and smile about it. Got a net wrap here. Get this one down here and get it threaded in. Now I'm going to make a pigtail to start it between the bottom of this roller and the steel one underneath. That should do. Now, when you run out of net wrap, you always got to remember that you got a full bale inside the baler that doesn't have any net wrap on it yet. So when you go back in, the first thing you want to do is re-wrap the bale that is inside there full yet. Usually it automatically net wraps when it gets big, but once I put new net wrap in, I start the PTO back up, get it up to speed, and then I push wrap, which is just a manual button for wrapping this bale that doesn't have wrap on it. Now it tells me it's done. I'm gonna let that bad boy out. It's gonna slide over to this other side, I hope. And we just successfully put the next roll of net wrap in the baler. With the wraps that I'm putting on, I can probably do about 170 bales with that roll.
Hi, cows. Tires are still up. I can smell that pile of poo from the cab. I wonder how long it's gonna be till these cameras can pick up the smell and then you can smell what I'm smelling. Get a little whiff of that. I'm hoping 5 years or less. I know I was at Universal Studios like 8 years ago, and they had us watching this thing where Shrek sneezed on the screen and then we got shot with some water from the seat in front of us. Imagine, I put the camera up in a cow's face and it sneezes and then you at home get shot. That's entertainment right there. Probably get about 35 bales out there. Maybe 40. Last year, one cutting we got 7, and the next cutting we got 5. So it's certainly better. Hi, cows. Get this thing pulled out of the sticks. Jeff texted me, he said 41 bales. That's his guess, we'll see what happens. Are you taking a nap? Well, I'm done with my duties, so my raking duties. Might as well start grabbing some bales. Fun fact, I haven't really moved any bales for an entire year. Because, you know, last year I tore my ACL, my meniscus, and had a surgery. And that's my left leg, and that's my clutching leg. So moving bales, you're constantly pulling ahead just a little bit, stopping, backing up, you know. So it was just a lot of work. And so Dad and Jeff moved all the bales last year. Granted, we made like 40% as many bales as the average year because it was so dry, but they had about the same amount of work to do, I guess. Holy smokes, that's got a bigger gap than my teeth back in the day. We'll see what happens. I'm kind of excited because I haven't gotten to experience picking up bales when they're all right there in a straight line. I'm sure it is heavenly. Stay strong, little buddies. That would put a damper on the day. Sure would be perfect. We get the rest of the baling done. Dad's got about an hour or less left out here, and then he's got about an hour and a half over at Jeff's place, and then we get a shot of rain tonight, which my phone doesn't say there's anything, but they keep talking about a okay chance on the radio. So especially since later this week we have a couple days of 100-degree weather, it would definitely be nice to get a little more moisture going into that heat. So since these bales got rained on twice, and the first cutting of alfalfa is usually lesser quality anyway, more stem, less leaves, we're gonna put it right by where we grind hay, so because we know it's gonna be ground, so we might as well put it close. Whereas the nicer stuff we'll occasionally put in a bale, in a feed, what's a bale feeder, that's the word. And the cows will like eating that a lot more.
Cloudy skies tonight. Chance for scattered storms. Lows dip down to about 60. Chance for scattered thunderstorms again tomorrow. Highs level off for temperatures a bit.
I love rain.
Well, I got my field done. Cole has Jeff's raked. So I'm going to go bale that up. 152 bales out here. It's supposed to be 70 acres, but there's getting to be some pretty good sized drowned out spots out there. The alfalfa field is 7 years old now, so starting to get a little blue in the west. There's a chance of severe storms tonight, so we are gonna get it wrapped up, and if we get a rain on it, maybe it'll green back up and start going the next time. I did notice there's some moisture here, pretty good moisture from that 0.8 of an inch we got Saturday night and Sunday night. Today's Tuesday.
15 done. Hundreds more to go. The last couple days I've been spraying weeds on the four-wheeler, and it's been hot and I've been wearing shorts. just the sun coming through, hitting my jeans. It burns right here. It's red. It's real. Got the hot sunburn on it. I'm gonna go grab one more load, and then I'm gonna start grilling some meat because it's that time of the year. So we got 45 bales back home. There was 152 over there. Dad's coming home pretty soon. He's almost done. We'll see if Jeff and I were close to our guess. Maybe tomorrow, depending on if it rains or not, we'll start cutting grass. Grass is a little more fun, less stressful. There's a reason why they call alfalfa the queen of the forages. She needs to be pampered. She's a little fussy.
Well, we got finished up. Ended up with the two fields, 189 bales, 88 acres. You know, we've had better, but we were dry early, and that usually affects our hay crops. And we're really happy to get the hay. Man, it didn't look very good a couple months ago, even 6 weeks ago. So, then they say the next 7 days after tonight are supposed to be dry, so we will see what happens. It's supposed to be terribly hot this weekend. We're talking like 102 or 100 on Saturday and Sunday, and that's when we're supposed to be putting out 8 more bulls. So I think we might wait till Monday morning to do that. You know, you put a bunch of bulls, put the bulls out with a bunch of cows that are cycling, and they work hard, and then if there is a dugout, they get themselves all heated up, and then they go have that big shock of going in there to cool off, and it could spell trouble. So I think we'll hold off till Monday on that, which, what's another day or two, right? So anyway, that's all I've got for tonight. I'm hoping that Cole's got the grill fired up. I'm heading home. See ya.
I forgot to ask you what your guess was going to be on Jeff's field. And so, without knowing what you know now, what's your guess?
I'm going to say 37.
Okay. And what did it end up being?
37.
Wow, you're good. Jeff texted me, he said 41.
Yeah.
And I think I said 35 to 40 or something like that, which...
catch all.
Yeah. Anyway, we got a lot of haying done, all of our alfalfa today.
189 bale, 188, something like that.
I wish we could just turn those into grass, because we're short on grass. But hope you enjoyed watching today. We'll see you next time. Have a good one. Oh, look what we got here. Meat.